Hi guys. Today me and my friend will be talking about conspiracy theories. Um, if you guys want to donate money, I'll leave the my PayPal account in the bottom. If you guys want to donate to my PayPal, right now I'm gonna be talking with my friend on Messenger. If I can get on, earlier I couldn't make it because um taxi and stuff like that. So he's gonna be on FaceTime. I'm gonna be showing to you the FaceTime. So I know there's not a lot of people. I know that Rick Zane came in, so if he comes in, that's what we're talking about. I'm really new to this top chat, live chat. It's gonna see like all chats. Okay. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. So he's gonna be on FaceTime, and since we can't do it by with ourselves, we're gonna do it on FaceTime. I am gonna show him to you. He'll tell you everything. Hold on. Come on. Anybody out there? Come on, 17 subscribers. Online free worldwide. 10% off. I think there's like I want something like not creepy. I think this, since we're doing kinda like conspiracy theories, I think that one might look cool. Or dream. Let's see what else we have. What's this one? Oh no, I don't want that. I guess we can do that one. I just go back. Just, no, no. There we go. So if you guys see this, that means we're doing conspiracy theories. And I'm also gonna be doing live chat on Facebook. So I think I go to Messenger. Just have to wait. I think I'm gonna do the party one. The dream one, since we're doing conspiracy theories. Ooh, scary. This starts coming up. Any of you guys doing anything interesting this weekend? I mostly do my videos random, so a lot of people don't like that. But every Friday, there's gonna be. I'm gonna call it Friday Fun, or I don't know. We gotta make up a name for it, but Wi-Fi. There's like nobody. I have like 17 subscribers, and there's nobody in the chat right now. It's really weird. I'm just gonna give up YouTube. Just like in the joking, I'm not gonna give up YouTube. That would be awesome though if I did. I'm disconnecting to my Wi-Fi. My phone is getting kind of slow. I have to upgrade it, or just buy a new phone, or use this one. And I do have a lot of apps on my phone, so that could be it too. But there's nobody in here right now. Rick Zane, where are you? You went on my live chat. I did my yard sale, and you left. Why? And you know how Rick gets. He leaves and then comes back, leaves again, and then comes back. So just like he does for the scrapping. But maybe he had something to do. Didn't have enough time. And by the way, I'm a girl, I'm not a boy. So Just waiting for my Wi-Fi to turn on. I think we might be talking about some aliens. I'm not too sure, but I think my business one, I'm gonna do it on Facebook, on the Craigslist of my state. So, nobody coming in. It's 6 minutes in. My phone is slow. Sometimes if I turn it off and turn it back on again, it'll. Come on, man. It'll be faster with the Wi-Fi. Forget him. Sup, y'all, 2 hours ago. I think that was the same time when we were talking earlier. I'm just gonna go on there on here because I'm not gonna be wasting time. No likes, nobody coming in, not even one, not even one. One is the loneliest never knew to. Every Friday, every Friday. It's like that one song, Friday. Friday, Friday, everything is Friday. Song was so annoying. Okay. So we end the chat at 4:49. Driver's on the way. I don't know why the driver sent me a messenger. It's really weird. I gotta start looking into that messenger thing because some of them are Uber drivers. I just pressed this. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Wait, did I? Don't remember. I'm all into this live chat thing. No, I went to calls. No. Sorry, it's waiting so long. One friend request. I've been having these weird friend requests lately. It's super weird. Here you go. Let's see. He's ready to. I said 6:30, so it is a little early. Until my phone, would work. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. I can't.
I can hear you, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't see you.
Yeah, me either. Hello? Maybe you have your camera.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Is it on call?
Sorry, lights were.
Oh.
Can you see me better?
Hold on. Nope, still dark.
See, it says that I can see myself in the corner, but I don't see you. I
don't see anything. It's like dark.
see. Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, it said wait. It's like saying to wait. Hold on. I think it's me. My matchinger's not working right now. You know how long I had to wait to get home? Like 40 minutes. Oh, now. Now it's connecting.
Okay.
And there's nothing there again. Okay. Now I can see you. What is that? What happened? What happened?
Oh. Nothing. It's just probably a big old pimple.
It looks like an ant bite. That's what
Doesn't
it
itch.
looks like an ant bite to me.
Just feels like it's got stuff in it.
Ugh, great. I didn't see that last time we were talking earlier.
Well, I couldn't. You said you couldn't see me, so I just noticed it, and I was taking a closer look at it with my camera.
I was about to say. You know how long I had to wait for my ride? 40 minutes until my ride got there. She couldn't find us. The driver.
Well,
you know how Vale is.
You know, stuff happens.
Yeah, that's why I told the lady. She's like, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the pumpkin thing tonight at church because it starts at 6:30. I'm not gonna be able to make it. And I told her everything happens for a reason, lady. And she goes, yeah, I know, but my daughter's gonna be bummed out about it. I'm like, well, everything happens for a reason. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, so it's like, I was like, oh my god. I was like, when am I gonna get home? It's like, I have a live chat tonight. I'm like, when am I gonna get home? So the guy was like telling me, so is that gonna be your intro for the live stream? I'm like, I think so, because it's been like 40 minutes until I got here. So I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I was like, that's the intro, I guess. He's like, oh, are you guys into the whole like 9/11 thing or something? Like, no, not really, no. But yeah, you're live right now, but there's nobody in right now, so.
I'm just relaxing and watching Gorillaz videos, music videos.
Oh yeah, I was hearing that earlier. Why is this dark? Let me go to normal. Yeah, I want this video to be not perfect, but I had like one person in, not earlier, but since we just started, but I had this one guy. His name is Rick Zane, and he always like goes to live streams. So he literally like goes out and then goes in again, and then comes back and then goes in again. It's like, oh, maybe he's doing that thing again. What is that noise?
What noise?
Sounds like rain. Is this camera like?
It's possible it could be my air turned on.
Why is this like so dark? The video is like super dark. Let me see if I can fix it. The live stream. I was just waiting until my connection wasn't working. And like my phone was like overheating itself because we were like in the middle of like a desert somewhere. So I was like, when am I gonna get home? So yeah, it was. Let me turn on the light. The light's not working. See now? Yeah, now this is better. I'm too tired. I was like, yeah, it sounds like air conditioning. I was watching. It just kind of reminds me of. Have you seen those things called like livenet.com or something?
Yeah.
There's this guy that was literally watching TV. Like literally.
Yeah, my air's going.
Yeah. He was like literally.
I don't have any light. I don't have a light in the hallway. Okay. I have to turn on the bathroom light. Okay.
So I was like, literally he had like 13, I don't know, like 1,000 people watching him just sitting down watching TV. It was super weird. It was called like livenet.com or something. And it was like, even like little kids get on there. Super weird. Oh my god.
I'm still here. I just set my phone down.
Okay.
I was gonna put a Band-Aid over that thing over my head.
So it was like, it was really weird. I was like sitting here because my friend was talking about it. Are you okay? Did you pop it?
I had to adjust it, and I ripped out a few of my eyebrow hairs.
Oh my god. So like the guy was like literally sitting down talking to somebody else on live stream, and there were like more than like 1,000 people watching him. And I'm sitting here like, why would somebody watch somebody else live stream on live chat? It was super weird. You know, it was like, why? You know?
Well, you know, stuff happens.
It's just super weird.
Like my dad always said, like some people always say, shit happens, but love helps, or something.
I was like, these people are not getting money out of it, but still, I mean, like, this dude was like literally, and then this other person I talked to, his name is Diver Dude or some Scrapper Dude or something like that, and we were like literally like, he was talking about, because he has a trailer, right? So we're like literally just talking about his trailer, because he has a trailer for his truck. So like every single time like he talks about the trailer a lot, like everybody leaves. Nobody wants to listen to the trailer. So he goes and he says, because he does a lot of painting, like painting work, like on like walls of like houses, right? He's a painter for houses and like apartments. So I was like, so he's like literally like more people, like, because he goes to his like his views for each video, right? So he did this video on painting walls. So he has more people watching him paint the wall than more people listening about the trailer. And then I go, so
well, some people say they'd rather watch paint dry.
That's what I said, and he starts cracking up. He goes, so you're basically saying people are more interested in seeing you paint than listening to the trailer? And he goes like, yeah, basically. He goes, yeah, basically. So it's freaking hilarious. And I started cracking up. So basically, just more people are seeing you paint. The rate, because actually people get paid for that. Actually, it's really weird. But so, what topic are we going to talk about tonight?
Well,
I've been like 18 minutes talking about crap.
Well, I guess we could talk about some random things that I was thinking about. Example, you know how Trump is screwing up our country?
I don't think we should.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, Donald Trump, yeah. I think I might get some flags for that, man.
I think he's under mind control by the government, because I think someone is behind the scenes controlling Trump.
Yeah, I think so too.
World War III.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Anonymous was saying something about that, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, man. It's like the whole country's like, the whole world's corrupt. I mean, like, Guatemala is one of the worst like cities to go to. Like, they're robbing everything over there. It's just not just here in the United States. I mean, almost majority of the places, like, it's just corrupt, like, all in general. Like, I was hearing the other day on the news, I mean, this is like local news, and how many millions did they get for it was like, what, 50? I think it was somewhere between 10 million or $50 million they sent to Mexico for the because you know that big old earthquake that happened in Mexico? Like, it was like super big. Like last year.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The border wall. Is that the wall you're talking about?
No, it's the one that a lot of people, like, there were like kids It was like an earthquake, and there was like a whole bunch of kids. Like they were rescuing kids over like in the school. It was a school and a couple of apartments, and then there was like another one that hit but wasn't that bad. So they were saying that they send I don't know who sent it. It was like a random donor send like $10 million, between 10 million and $50 million to the government to fix the schools and stuff like that. And this one guy's like, what happened to the money? What happened to the 10 million they were gonna give us? Like the government hasn't give us anything. And it's been over like a year, and the thing is like destroyed. Like people are like living in tents. It's just ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like what is the government doing down there? Like taking the money. Like it's just ridiculous. Like where's the money going to,
I
you
don't know. I
know?
mean, it's possible that now this is maybe a little extreme, but getting back, the government could be controlling Trump, but I think a higher power may be controlling the government.
It's called I think it's like Illuminati, I think. Or like the New World Order. I think that's what they're called, or Illuminati. I don't know.
Or
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I don't think the aliens. Maybe, who knows? I don't think so. Hope I don't get
no, who
flagged.
knows, bro?
I hope I
Who
don't get.
knows?
I hope I don't get flagged for this. I'm on live right now. I hope I don't get flagged. Cause they flag like every little thing they flag for. But I really don't care. I can just make another one actually. So
The truth needs to
yeah,
come
the
out
truth
in the
needs to be.
open,
Yeah, it's like anonymous.
and the government is
Yeah,
going to keep doing whatever they can to keep us from finding out the truth.
yeah. It's really yeah, it is. I mean, like anonymous was saying that what was it, like last year, before last year, I think. They were saying they were going to shut them down because they were talking about the government and the news stations, stuff like that. They're going to shut them down, but anonymous is like, no, we're not. We're going to just make another channel. We don't care. Take us down. We're going to be another. There's going to be another one popping up, basically. So basically saying
True.
basically saying, oh,
If you think about it, though, go on.
it's basically saying, oh, like we're gonna take. It's like they said, oh, we're gonna take down all the drug dealers, and you. It's like that one movie where like the guy, like there's this movie that I watched. It's called Blank Man, right? So this guy is like, oh, I'm gonna take down
I
all
don't think
the.
I ever saw that movie,
It's a
but I
really,
get the
it's a
idea.
really good movie. It's funny. It's like a Batman type of kick-ass kind of thing, but like the older version of kick-ass, basically. And the guy tells his brother, like, why are you gonna stop all the crack houses if the next day something's gonna pop up, basically. Just saying as an example. But I mean,
If you really think about it, they could stop known drug dealers, but there's always going to be a hidden one behind the scenes
that's what
dealing
I'm
out more
telling you,
drugs.
yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just telling the viewers this is an example. I'm just saying as an example. I'm not saying to do any of that stuff. Just telling you people. That's what happens. Trust me. But yeah, it's true. I mean, they try to take them down, and then people are saying, "Oh, like anonymous this, anonymous that," but like really, they're doing something about it. They're showing the public, like, "Hey, this is what's happening." And they have a video every other week. There's a video, and it's just one after the other, and it's pretty crazy. Like last night, they were talking about 9/11, but I was like, kind of like I was like, forget it. It's like I'm not. I was like, yeah, and then they were talking about like conspiracy theories, and I was like, oh my god,
Well,
here you go again.
there's always, no matter what everybody does, there's always going to be something going on. Always, even if it's something we don't know about yet.
Yeah, that's true. Cause
for example, when I was talking to you the other day about synths.
Oh yeah, the robotic
Well, basically, synths are synthetic people, but look like human, they bleed like humans, they eat like humans, they go to the bathroom like humans.
Yeah.
But what they do is kidnap you in your sleep or drug you or something, and then they just replace your whole life.
I thought Sims were mostly like they take a piece of your skin and they make it into a heart or something. Or is that something else? Or is that related? Because I've seen a video on the on Anonymous that they're.
That's something else.
Oh, I thought that was the same thing. Because isn't that the same thing? Or wait.
Basically, it's a really advanced robotic version of a human
Oh,
being.
guys. Yeah, because Anonymous was saying something about that. Like a couple of months ago, they were saying that what was it? They made a robotic made out of cells or something, skin cells, and they made supposedly they say, I don't know, no, I wasn't there. They say that a 12-year-old um girl that's made all robot, all skin, everything. It's just made out of robot, made out of skin, has a body, mind of a 12-year-old. And the guy this was saying, like the reporter was saying, why aren't you letting her go since she's getting fatter and you guys are not proving it to the world? And the guy's like, well, we still have to do more tests and like more tests and more stuff like that. Like I sit here and I say, if that girl's like 12 years old, like she has a life, like like don't they have enough time? It's been like 12 years since they made her. Like what is the problem? And then he goes off and he says, well, that Hitler, no offense to anybody, but they're saying that his thing was fake. That they took, like, let's say for somebody that looked like Hitler, and they just changed his thing and made it into like prosthetics, basically. And supposedly he's still alive, but he could be dead by now because it's already like going to be 2020. Pretty sure he's already dead wherever he's at, but still, I mean, like when I heard that, I'm like, are you serious? They started prosthetics like late 40s. Like imagine now prosthetics. You know what I mean? Because back then they didn't really have technology, and they're already talking about prosthetics. And I was like, whoa. And the guy was like, I'm not gonna get anything into that because we're still testing. And they literally showed like there's like a museum. I don't know where it's at, but it shows like a human body made of all prosthetics. Like I don't know if it's like real human skin, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it's like a body, and then like the legs are like it was
Well,
like
the question
super
is though, if you could
scary. I
do
was
research and find out if they did any DNA testing on it to find out
I'm
if it
not sure. I'm
was.
pretty sure. And it was really weird because the guy was saying, "Oh,
But
these
if they
these are
did do
all."
DNA tests and they,
I'm not
what if,
because the guy was saying the guy that was undercover. I guess he was working for Anonymous or working for somebody because a lot of people weren't taking any pictures of it because they said that they couldn't take any pictures in there. And the guy was saying that these were just dummies, that they were just testing them at the time. So it's like, and then they showed like a heart, like a human heart made out of prosthetics, and it was like made out of like real skins, and like you touch it and like it literally like went like that. It was super weird. I was like, oh my, I'm like, that's human. It's like a human heart, but made out of like um robots or
well,
whatever.
the only thing that I know about out in the open about human hearts is they're actually taking pieces of pig and growing hearts out of that. So it could be something similar to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I heard it was when the 3D, remember the 3D printing started to come out back in like what 2000, what was that, 2012, right, or 2013, when
I
they
believe so.
yeah, when they started that. And we were talking about that in class, and out of nowhere this guy goes and like pretty soon they're gonna make like 3D hearts out of like the out of the 3D printer. And I sit here is like, nah, I don't know about that. I mean, like you can like make like toys out of it. And he goes like, pretty soon they're gonna make a human out of a 3D printer. And I was like, you're going too far. You're seeing too much movies, man. But he does have a
Well,
point.
that's kind of what I was talking about earlier about the synths.
Yeah. But
Take
like
the closest thing I can think of to resemble them to get an idea is look up synths from Fallout 4. And that gives you an idea
Yeah,
of what
because
I'm
I saw a
talking about.
movie. Check out the movie Upgrade. It's talked about that too. They take a piece of uh a piece of a chip, like a chip, right? And it's like a robot,
like a microchip.
like a microchip, but it's full of like human, all the technology ever made, and they put it into this guy's like brain. And the guy, at first he was controlling it, but then the chip somehow got into his memory, and like, because he was the reason why he got the chip is because they were testing because he was paralyzed, so they were testing and they put the chip in to test if he can, walk, if he can talk, like what would happen if
Right.
and at the end, make the long story short, I'm not gonna tell you the whole movie because I'll spoil it, but it's pretty complicated, but you know what I mean. And the robot gets controlled of his mind and puts him in like those movies where he's and like the whole entire movie it was just a dream.
I'm losing the video connection.
Like
okay, there it goes.
There it goes. The movie Twilight, the last one. Have you seen it?
Are you talking about the Twilight Saga?
Yeah, the last one.
I never saw any of the Twilight movies.
Well,
I really didn't care for
like
them.
just imagine a movie that the whole entire movie the guy was just dreaming, basically. Like you were just dreaming the whole entire time. So literally the robot took his memory and like made it into like a dream. Like he was in a dream the whole entire time. And took over his body and killed like I don't know how many people. And he's like, "Oh, he's not here anymore. Like I'm in his body. I put him into like another world or something." And I'm sitting here like, can that happen in real life? Like I'm just sitting here like, oh my god. Like it seemed like so real.
If you think about it, it's possible that we could the whole world, every atom, every micro could be a simulation.
Yep.
Like we could just be in a giant simulation.
It's kind of like the Futurama episode for when they did the first iPhone. So they started doing the what's it called? I think it was called. And they have literally a chip planted into your eye, and it will like do like computers and like internet, and like you can watch movies. Like you don't need a phone anymore. You just press a button on your eye, and then it will connect to you to the internet or FaceTime or whatever. This is way before, like the FaceTime or anything like that. I think even Skype. I think Skype was around, but nothing on the phone. But I'm just sitting here and like, can that happen in real life? And then they started with they started messing with the Google glasses. That was pretty spooky. I wonder if they're still around. No, they stopped making them, but because they said that it was ineffective and the screen was too small and people were getting like blind off of the screen. So.
Well, life is a big mystery.
Yeah, it is. And you're just sitting here like, and then the freaking guy from the millionaire, well, one of the millionaires that always have controversy, he's saying that in 2020 they're gonna start, like in 2040 or whatever, they're gonna start sending people to Mars. And I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Like, is he really gonna spend millions of dollars to
If
waste?
they try to send people to Mars, that sounds like a suicide mission to me.
Unless they pay me like big, large
Yeah, they
money.
can pay you as much as
Yeah,
they want to
want,
pay you.
but still, like,
Still, how are you gonna spend it way up in space?
true. It's like it's just ridiculous. He's like, it's interesting because he has all the freaking plans for it. He has all the layouts. He just needs. He's like, we don't. I have the money for it. I'm just waiting for this company to have the okay for me to start building up there in Mars. And I'm sitting, or was it Mars or Moon? I think it was the Moon. I don't know if it was Mars or the Moon. One of those. And I'm sitting here like, didn't they say that in 2020? Like, didn't they say that the scientists were gonna make a certain type of human, that they had all the plans out, but then, and then next thing you know, they didn't have the money for it because they said it would be billions of dollars to make it. And this guy comes around and says, "Yeah, we're gonna start
Speaking of
building."
human plans, are you familiar with the design that Da Vinci did with the man stretched out on the paper?
Yeah.
What if those were the first designs ever thought of making an actual human being?
Hmm.
Because if you look
I thought
closely,
that was like made
you
for
can
like,
find a picture of it online, maybe
yeah,
an original copy. You look closely at it, it's faded, but there is language on it. Like you
yeah.
can't.
Wasn't that in like the movie or something? The the one with the, what's his name? I don't remember, but I know it was in some movie. Oh no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That was something else. Never mind. It's like
Are you,
it,
are you thinking of National Treasure?
yeah, National Treasure, but it wasn't on there. But they were saying that, in the movie where it shows like him, like he points the paper on the light, and then it showed like something else. You mean something like that? Because remember he puts the thing on the light, and it's like, oh, it's a different name or whatever. I don't know. I never understood the movie. I like the second one. I just didn't like the first one. It was too complicated. Second one's kind of cool. I like the ending when they go to that cave. That was sick. And that one jerk died. That was pretty cool. That guy was kind of a jerk. I don't remember which character it was, but he was a jerk the whole entire way. It's like, well, you did. Because they're in that cube thing, and then, like, they try and, I don't know, but that was the coolest part. I like the second one better than the first one. And it's like they break into the White House. That was pretty cool. Well, it wasn't really cool because, the White House and everything, but it was
Are you
pretty.
sure you're not? Are you sure you're not thinking of National Treasure again?
Yeah, that was the second one, right? Or was it the first one? I don't know, with that lady, blonde hair, and she was like, "You're never gonna find it," blah blah blah. You're like, and they were like, the cops are looking for him, the FBI, NSA, whatever, looking for him, and he's like, finally found a cave, and it was kind of cool at the end. I like the second one. The first one was too complicated. It was like, it's like the Da Vinci Code. That doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. Doesn't make any sense. The second one didn't make any sense. And the third one was just plain creepy. I didn't like the third one. What's it called? The Fuego or something? I don't know. With that one dude that came out, Forrest Gump, the voice of Woody. He's the voice of Woody.
Well,
that was pretty creepy. That was a really, like, I don't know why they made that movie. I don't even know. I was like, why would he make a third one if nobody understood the first one? It's like my mom went to.
yeah, but there's always, even if you solve every conspiracy theory known to man, there's always going to be more.
There is gonna be more. I mean, there's like one after another after another after another. It's like,
I mean, this is probably like generation 1 or 2 of
yeah,
conspiracy theories. There's
yeah.
probably several more generations.
It's like,
Even after we're both
I remember as a kid we used to.
even though if we're both long gone and turned into dust, there's always
Gonna
gonna
be
be conspiracy
something else.
theories.
Yeah, it's like when the now small, when the first remember the first flip phone that had internet and had the video that you can record as long as you want. The Hello Moto one. They were like in all different
I
colors.
sort of remember them.
My aunt still has it, by the way. And when that literally,
If it still works,
I mean, that's like for me that's
and
treasure.
it does what it needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the first ever recording, right? So like when that first thing came out, and then um there was another one where you can go like online, you can do like voice recorder for 30 seconds or a minute or something. It was worth like, at the time it was worth like what, like $500. It was like the latest thing ever. So when those started to come out, not the snake game, not that one, the one that had like the video and everything, right? So like when that first started coming out, um me and my aunt were like sitting down, right? And somebody calls her, right? And like she's been having these calls where like people like, those calls where like people call you and like there's nobody there, and then you try to call the number back but there's no number, and it's like, so it's like, what is that supposed to be, like a ghost or something? And I told Megan about the story. So like we were like just messing around. It's like maybe it's like the ghost phone guy that like calls you and like nobody's there, and then you call back and then it's a wrong number or the number doesn't exist. So I was like, after a while, I was like, maybe it's the guy that created maybe it's the guy that created the phones. And it's like warning us of something. I don't know. That's what I thought at first. I'm like, maybe it's like the guy that created the phones. It's like, and this is like way before, the touch screens, way before, the iPhone, you know what I mean? And it's like, I kind of still go on that for some reason. It's like I'm still on that theory. Like maybe it's the guy that created the phones, warning us about something. It's like that. Have you seen that one episode in South Park when when the one of the characters' moms flushed into the toilet and she gets stuck and she dies because she didn't leave the toilet seat up. And then the guy comes out, the creator of the toilet comes out and tells everybody like, this is how the toilet was made. You sit this way. And then I
vaguely remember that episode.
It's kind of like that conspiracy theory, but with phones. You get what I'm saying? He's like, that's why people get stuck. Because they're not sitting right. This is how you sit on a toilet. And like a spirit, like he just goes away. But I don't know. I guess it could be, because I get those calls like all the time. They call me, I call back. Nobody's listening. It could be just me. I don't know. But I was like 7 years old actually when it started, so it just could be on and on until somebody finds. Pretty sure. I think it's the guy that created the phones. Pretty sure. He's trying to warn us or something. I don't know. Could be me. Or could be just like a ghost in the phone. I don't know. But it's pretty scary if you ask me. If it is the guy, I'll be like, are you trying to tell us a warning or something? Are we going too far in our technology?
Sorry.
It's fine. I was like, are we going too far in our technology? Tell us now, please. Because I really want to know.
Well, we probably are.
I mean, look at us now. We're FaceTiming. We're live. I'm live streaming, FaceTiming you at the same time. As a kid,
I'm busy playing around with stuff.
Yeah. It's like I remember as a kid
Sorry
there's
if I'm
this.
ruining the video for you.
No, it's fine.
just need a
the
little
there's
humor
there's
every
this
now and again, you know?
yeah, there's this girl on my school. She was talking about with some other guy, and she's like, I wish the phones had something, because she was saying that she was sharpening a pencil or something, and the pencil, like the lead was so long, you know, the lead of the pencil like came off, and it was like really really long. And she was saying that, oh, I was talking to so and so on the phone, and she was saying, I wish I can show you the pencil, but since there's no way I can do that, and now we can. And that was like what, like 90, 99 maybe, or 98, around there. And I was like, yeah, I wish they had that.
Maybe.
It's like, look at us now, you know, FaceTiming, live streaming. Like, it's just ridiculous how like time goes by and it's like a new invention after another. And it's really weird because I was talking that to the lady that sits in front of us, the one that was doing the dolphin picture. I was telling her that that they just recently hacked the iPhone X. Tongue twister. Seriously, that's why I hate iPhones. iPhone XS. They just hacked it recently, and it's not been out for 2 weeks, and they already hacked it. And I'm sitting here like, and that was in China. And I'm sitting here like, are you serious? It's not been 2 weeks. 2 weeks, people. 2 weeks.
Technology is advancing,
and it's
faster than we can keep up. Like now they got the Apple Watch Series 4 now. I've seen the preview, the commercials for it.
It's just ridiculous. Like, but I'm sitting here and like, and she was like, so what did they do from the information? And it's like they sell it off to other customers. It's like they sell. It's just ridiculous. And I'm sitting here like, you know how much money people would pay for that? To just get a glimpse of the information? Like, it's pretty funny though, but I was talking that to this guy that is on, I'm not going to say his name, I don't even remember his name anyways. I'm going to be working for him part-time, and he says that the iPhone, the new one, like the 8 and the 9, are getting harder and harder to crack. And I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Like, are you... Like, it's...
Where there's a will,
there's a way. Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, it's not been 2 weeks, man. And it's like, and I'm sitting here like, you know how long it used to take us to do that, like, back in the day? Like, back when it's like 2 months, a month, a year to crack it. It's like, I hope the FBI doesn't get that information. Is that a new filter? Is that a new filter? Doing that thing again.
No.
Now it's doing this weird thing.
It's possible that somebody hacked the phones and is trying to...
No. That one was me, I think. Oh. Connection lost. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh my god, what did I do?
Oh. I don't know.
Is this a game? I think it's...
I have no idea.
Oh. Oops. I'm still here. There you go.
Alright.
Oh, okay. It's been 50 minutes, so I have another, 30 minutes? Wait, no. 50 hour. Anything else to wrap this thing up? Nobody's even in the live stream. No likes and nobody in.
All I can say is that
we have
I
like
have no
10
idea
minutes.
What just happened with our phones, but it's possible we could be being hacked by somebody.
No,
think about it.
It's me, by the way. I'm just letting you know. I'm just screwing around with my phone. I just took a picture of us. That is super weird. I'm still new to this too, so I don't even know what's going. There it goes again. What am I doing? That's me.
I have no idea.
That's me. Let me see. Now you have eyeballs. Oh my god. How do I go back to... It's me. Just
Okay, I
letting you
think I
know.
fixed it.
Yeah. There you go. How do I go back though? It's like nobody's even in the live stream, so it really doesn't really matter. I took another picture. Great. That's super weird. But yeah, that was me, by the way. Just letting you know. Message sent. Thank
don't worry
you.
about it.
You're still messing with these people, just letting you know. We have another 5 minutes to wrap it up. Just letting you know, what we're talking about right now. Oh, yeah, whatchamacallit wants me...
Conspiracy theories.
What?
You know, I know this is probably if anybody watches this video in the future,
Yeah.
in the next couple of days,
Yeah.
you know that people still think that Michael Jackson is alive, right?
Oh my lord.
No, listen.
Okay.
Just listen to what I have to say.
Is this the
They say that he was in deep in debt, and he died or faked his death to try to avoid it, and then in about 2020, he's probably going to come back because his debts will be, gone by then. And if anybody could afford to fake his own death, it was Michael Jackson.
Is it the same conspiracy theory that there is this guy in Cuba, and there's this because like on your YouTube page it shows like it shows home, right? Like when it says home and then it says trending and then it says subscribers, right? So on my home page,
right,
it showed Tupac. I don't know if you know some rapper way back, like in the 90s. And somebody said that they were saying that the one of his friends were telling, because he told his friend, Tupac's friend told his friend that if he ever dies or he ever gets shot or he's missing, and if they do find his body, then it's fake. That he's somewhere in another country or another state. So the guy comes over and it shows a picture that looks not... I could say exactly like Tupac, but then I go another way around, and then I go, it looks too young to be Tupac, but you gotta admit he might be in his 50s by now, and he does have a lot of money. I mean, there's still people buying his CDs.
You never know.
There's still people...
Look at what happened to Michael Jackson. It's possible he could be getting plastic surgery.
I don't know. He might be in his... Cause Snoop Dogg is in his 50s, right? Like 55. So he must be in his 50s, I guess, because I mean, I don't know. A lot of people still believe that he's alive. People still think they don't care about the what's his name, Notorious, I don't remember his name, but they think he's dead. They think he's long gone. But then the other way around, you go, well, Tupac was Notorious' best friend. And then you go and you say, well, they're talking about Tupac, but why they're not talking about the other guy? That's the problem. That's the thing. I'm just like, a lot of conspiracy theories with Tupac, but then you have his best friend they got shot a couple months later and died, and they're not talking about him. That's the point that I don't understand. I mean, they're supposedly best friends, and they're not talking about him. It's just like, why? You know, is he?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, there's still a lot of people think that he's in Cuba. I don't. I'm not a fan of Tupac, but the picture was pretty. Like he looked exactly like Tupac, and I'm pretty sure that Tupac is maybe a baby's mama. I don't know. I mean, because the guy that played Tupac in the All Eyes on Me, he looked nothing like Tupac. But this guy seriously looked like Tupac. And I'm sitting here like, is that really him, or is that somebody's baby's mama or something? Because you know how the rappers are. They have tons of girlfriends, and I don't know. Could be. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. It's like, and people still think that Elvis is alive. Come on, people. Like, could be, like what, in his 80s by now. It's like, yeah, Elvis is still alive. It's,
All you gotta do is just keep looking.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Tupac. I mean, the only really song I like is the one that he did with his mom. Let me remember the song, but it was about his mom, and that's the only song that I like because it dedicates to his mom. But other than that, not a fan. And I'm not a fan of, hate me if you're not a fan of the King of Rock. And the whole conspiracy theory that he's still alive. It's gonna be 2020, people. Get over it.
Well, there's a lot of conspiracy theories of people who've been dead, who died, and they could still be alive. Or getting back to the cloning, it's possible there could be DNA stored away, and people are back.
I mean, like, cause I don't know about the King of Rock, cause he did have a daughter, and the daughter has grandkids. Um, but the thing with Tupac, in my theory, I think he just had too much girlfriends, and just one night of drinking, maybe in Cuba, maybe he went off, and who knows? You know how rappers are. They one day they're with this person, the next day they're with another person. Look at Bart Marley. He has 13 kids. I mean,
people who are dead that still think they're
Bart Marley.
People still think they're alive. Think about this. What if? Now this is thinking like way outside of the box. What if? This may sound crazy, but what if aliens abducted them and replaced them with clones? Just listen to me, and then those clones somehow died. Just think about it. I know it's a little more outside the box, but think about it.
You know, I was just hearing the other day. Remember that channel you were talking about, the top 10 amazing, or I don't know. I don't remember who sent it to me. I think it was Kitty or you. And they're saying about flying, not flying. Why am I thinking about little vampires right now? Jesus, Halloween. Not that. It was in the late, I think 40s or 50s, and pretty sure it was in the States or in London. I don't know where. And they were saying that a guy got squished by a cow that fell on top of his house. 2 people. Nobody knows where they came from. Nobody knows. They just You just
Yeah.
die.
I mean, look at.
It
I
could
mean,
be
I don't know.
just.
That's a lot to think about.
I mean, could this been was in the late 40s, late 50s? It could be uh somebody transporting animals, but if that was the case, it would have been more than one, you know, because those suckers, they can.
Anyway, but that's just more stuff to think about.
Yeah, because they could be. I don't know, because you're gonna be transporting cows. There'll
Sorry
be.
about going dark, but
It's fun.
gunfire outside.
The whatchamacallit? If there was flying cows going from the sky, then it would have been multiple cows dead. You know what I mean? Around the area. With just one cow.
Well,
just one.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
But
just one. Just two people died. Two. The guy was like in his 50s. I was pretty sad. It was a pretty old farmer guy, and I kind of felt sorry for him. Next thing you know, you woke up. Next thing you know, your cow. I don't know. I wouldn't even. I'll just sell the house and get it and just buy another one. That was his family. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in that house. It was another flying cow.
Yeah, I'm going. Like I said, I've turned off all my lights. I heard gunfire outside.
Oh God. Oh, that's right. You've been telling me about that. But yeah, I mean, there's just mysteries. I mean, in Florida, they were saying that there's a lot of Indian graves down there. So you might never know.
There's been a lot of stories of those. I mean, this is Arizona, so there are gonna be Indian burial sites here and there.
Yeah, but in Miami, there's just tons and tons of like. Oh my God! It's like I tell people, if you see something move, get the hell out of the house. I just can't stand. It's like, no, I'm out. It's like I'm out of there, and I'm never gonna go back. You know what I mean? It's like, and I hate people when they say, "Oh, there's nothing there," and then they go in, and it's like, "Oh, okay, I'm leaving," and something bad happens. It's like, see, that's what happens. People don't listen. I don't know. It's just crazy. And it's like, how can a cow? It's like the old saying, "Why is cats falling out of the sky, or the frogs falling out? I don't know, falling out of the sky." Maybe that's the same.
Well, science has explained that, when a rain cloud absorbs a pond or something, and the frogs and fish with it.
Yeah. But and then you have the whole, like I remember when I was in high school, they had the whole bird thing, the falling from the sky, just dead birds. This is crazy. I think it was the heat, pretty sure. But
maybe.
That's dead birds. And I've actually seen some in my apartments. This is dead birds. That's it. Just dead birds falling from the sky. I mean, it's really weird because I've seen other states have that problem, and it's not like pigeons. It's like a different type of bird. And pigeons, I believe, but it's just crazy. It's like the siren. You heard about that siren? Not siren. Siren that came off in London, parts of London. There was like this big sound that came off, and the girl that was recording was saying that the birds weren't sleeping. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, the birds weren't.
I said I set my phone down. My phone was starting to heat up a little bit.
Oh, you need to You need to get the what time is it? You need to get the I'll give it another 20 minutes. You have to get the cooling app on your phone. That's what I use on my phone when the phone heats up. And it also cleans your memory and everything. So the girl, it was like in London.
Most of the time, if my phone reheats, it's a little silly.
God,
But I wrap
no.
I wrap an ice pack in a towel and set my phone on top of it.
Yeah. And then she goes and she says that the birds were just freaking out. They weren't sleeping. There was just like a bunch of birds just like walking around. And then just like somewhere, and this was like where.
When you say birds freaking out, you remind me of the movie Birds.
No, not like attacking people. They're just like a bunch. You know, like when you.
I know, but it's just freaking out. It's just that reminds me of.
Well, yeah, but it was like a bunch of birds, just regular birds, like in a group, basically, just like staring around in one spot. And then there's this lady here in the States. Was that another video? No, that was another video. But this one, it was a big, loud, sounded like a trumpet, you know? And it's like, it's the first trumpet, bro. It's like the first trumpet of the Revelation or something. It's like this lady. We were just talking about that. I think Kitty was there. I don't know. I think it was you or Kitty. I don't know who I was talking to. And the lady goes, "Oh no, honey, the first trumpet is to everybody. Everybody would hear it, you know." And I sit here and I tell her, I was like, "Yeah, but you don't know that. I mean, it could be just a warning sign or something, you know." I think it was a warning sign, if you ask me. Pretty sure. I mean, he was hearing all over London and places like that, you know. It was loud. It sounded like a spaceship or something, you know, like woo kind of sound, you know. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a spaceship because I heard a spaceship before. That shit's freaking loud, man. That's crazy. Did I tell you the story about the aliens? No, smaller. I didn't tell you.
It sounds familiar. You might have mentioned it once or twice when we were talking.
Yeah. That didn't sound like a spaceship. Because that oozing sound didn't sound. It sounded more like a trumpet or something. Because a spaceship sounds more like, I don't even know, like E.T. Kind of like that, but more like ooh kind of sound. And then you have that, and then you have that ooh, and then you have that, you know. It was just some pretty heavy stuff that took those girls away, and I couldn't do nothing about it. And hope those aliens didn't do a spell on me or something. Started talking to me all weird. This like weird language. It was pretty scary. I started cussing them out, by the way. Pissed off, and then like you hear the spaceship leave. It's like, and then like I don't even know, like some like ET type of stuff, but like heavy sound. Like the ET, you know, the ending of ET, like that, but like more loud and like dark voice kind. I don't even know. I can't even explain it. It's really creepy. Pretty
kind of like 6 generators running at the same time.
No, it was like loud. Like I can't even explain it. It was just like a big oohing sound. Like I don't even know. And you have that flash. I don't even know. I don't even want to think about it. think I have to start going now. Not going anywhere. Today's Friday.
It's Friday, Friday.
Oh my god, I was talking about that earlier. Remember that Friday song? Friday, Friday.
Yes, definitely.
My teacher put that song on because it was Friday and it was like already close to like school was over. So it was like close to school was over. It's like I just want to do something fun. I heard of everybody talking about this Friday song. I'm gonna put it on. So we go, please don't put that song on. You're gonna regret hearing the song. Don't put it on. He puts it on for like less than a second. He goes, okay, I'm done. I'm taking it off. It's just annoying.
You know.
You know how teachers are. They just want to be hip and cool or want to try new things. But yeah. It was pretty fun. Yeah, he was a good teacher. It was my last school year, by the way. It was the last year I was going to be in school. It was really weird because sometimes like I dreamed that I'm back at school again. It's super weird. It's like I'm back at school. One time I was dreaming that I was back at school again. I was like, what am I doing in school? Didn't I just graduate? It was pretty funny. Are the cops are gonna go to your house or something? Somebody called. Is that your cat?
No, I was messing around with YouTube and never mind.
Okay. Choopy, why are you barking? Oh, because I have the blinds open. Hold on. That's why you're barking. Bubba, stop barking. Not barking, Bubba. There's nobody there. There you go. He was barking because the blinds were open. Stop barking. There's somebody there. You don't have to bark. It's okay. He does that. He barks.
You know, when are you gonna? You know, animals will be animals.
Yeah. He's one that if he barks in the middle of the night, something's wrong because he generally doesn't bark. It was really weird because when we got him, he didn't bark at all for like 2 years until he finally barked. Because we went to the doctor and the doctor's like, no, he's not deaf. So I was like, oh, okay. He thought it was real weird too because he's never seen a dog that didn't bark. And he's like, no, he's not deaf. I was like, oh, okay. Because there's some dogs that, are deaf or they can't see,
Yeah.
Took him to the vet for that. She's like, this dog hasn't barked for 2 years. Finally barks. Yeah, when he barks in the middle of the night, there's something not right. Did the cops come to the apartments yet?
No.
Oh. Or nobody cares. Maybe something was going on across the street because you do live pretty close to the store, right? You were saying that you live like not that far from the 99-cent store you were telling me. Right? Or was that somebody else?
What?
Was that you that was telling me that? That you live like right across from like Burger King or something? Or some store?
I live the restaurant that's near me is McDonald's.
It could be McDonald's or something. It is a Friday, so it could be somebody just screwing off. And it's not, and it's,
Possible.
I'm pretty sure,
Possible.
I'm pretty sure, because I think this weekend is soccer week. They're going to have a tournament this weekend, so you know how these people get, with drinking and the tacos, and you know how that gets. Trust me. They go bonkers. Especially when they lose, they go nuts. It's just I don't understand how people can just live like that.
But
Yeah.
anyway, it was